Well, hello and welcome to Black Entrepreneurs Institute Live. Yeah, I was about to say, I'll tell you later what I was about to say. My mind just got blown when the screen came on, right? So welcome to the show tonight, folks. We're going to have a really good show tonight. And welcome to our world. And I want you to know, folks, I want you to sit back tonight. I want you to relax. I want you to just get ready to have a good time. We're going to have sort of like a variety type of show, right? So, Damian, are you ready?
I am ready, Cedrick. Ready.
All right. Dr. Nick?
I'm ready. This is going to be fun. I'm excited about this one.
All right. So folks at home, remember we're live. So we don't get any retakes. We don't get any redos. They can't say take two, right? Hollywood take two. It's just, it happens as it happens, folks. So tonight's show is going to be a little bit fun, a little bit different. And our other co-founder, Angela, will be joining us here shortly. But what we're going to do is tonight we're going to share with you a product or service, but we're going to do it in a fun way, an interesting way, an exciting way to help you, help your audience, and to help your customers. But we're also going to have some giveaways, right? We have some things that we're going to be giving away tonight to somebody. There's 4 lucky users, 4 lucky people out in the audience. So stay tuned for that. We're also going to be doing some different things tonight. They don't even know yet, folks. I have the controls with me.
Oh boy.
What have we signed up for?
What are we getting ourselves into today?
They just said yes, and then I said, all right, it's on.
Wow.
Every now and then, folks, you can't take yourself too serious. You got to understand how to enjoy and have fun in life as well. And, we're at BEI, we are about a business, and we're about helping people grow their business and helping entrepreneurs, like Dr. Nick and Angela like to say, elevate their mindset and elevate their money. Right. And so that's what we're going to do tonight. So, hey, Damian.
Yes, sir.
What is it like to work for you?
All right. I didn't see that one coming. So what's it like for work for me? So Cedrick, I'm an instant gratification kind of guy. With me being in sales, I like to get things quickly and in a hurry. So I tend to be a little bit impatient. And things are always changing in my world. So anyone that works for me has to be adaptable, and they have to understand that I'm an I. So I love to talk. That generally can mean that sometimes I run late. So they have to be flexible in that regard. But for the most part, I try to take things easy. I'm kind. I'm generous, and so that's how I roll.
Okay. All right. So that you're that I style personality. So folks that don't understand what an I style personality, let me tell you, right? So the person that at 6 a.m. They think it's noon and they're like, hey, how you doing? And they're like excited and they're cheered and you're like, oh my God, did they drink too much coffee? Did they have 3 Red Bulls? That's that I style personality, right? But they're gonna have fun, right? They're gonna have fun. So welcome, Angela.
Howdy.
Last week we said welcome to 2021. So
Well, no, I was sitting out there and, I was expecting you to bring me in, but, there's a step between coming to the stage and going to the stage. And so I just been sitting there like, wow, when they coming?
But see, we have the special guests. We have to have a certain moment to bring them in.
That's right. And I am special. That's very true.
So folks, I tell you, we're gonna have a little bit different party tonight. So Nicole, Dr. Nick.
Oh boy.
What one word do you want to own in the minds of your customers or your partners?
That's a great question. And I think for me, like Damian, I'll go with kind of like my personality. I'm a C on the DISC scale, and I'm very analytical, very logical. So I would say my word would be process. I'm always talking about process, putting processes in your business, making sure you have processes for growth, especially with young people. How are you setting your goals? How are you getting to the things that you desire in life? What is your process? You know, we always start with these grandiose ideas and vision, and that's wonderful. But okay, how are we going to get there? What is the process? And I'm always find myself saying, embrace the process, embrace the process. And that's something I tell myself. Embrace the process, embrace the process, embrace the process, you know, because just life is a process in itself. So I think that would be my word, because I see that within my customers, even amongst business partners. I mean, that is kind of like the consistent word that I would say that just represents who I am.
Okay, awesome. Process, embrace the process. Awesome word, by the way. So, Angela.
Yes.
You know, the big question is for you.
Wait a minute.
So what trophy do you want on your mantle? You know, every business determines the success, the way they want success, right? Mm-hmm. So and that could be in growth, that could just be in profitability, it could be in stability. What trophy do you want on your mantle for your business?
I actually believe it would be maybe a collage or a compilation of statements and testimonials of people whose lives have been impacted for the better, having encountered me, done business with me. One of the things I speak to often is I want everybody that I encounter I want to leave them better than I found them. And so, you know, John Maxwell often talks about either we add value or take it away. And sometimes we're not always aware of the value we've added. And then out of nowhere, we'll get a note, an instant message, a text message. Sometimes it's years later. But if I could just get all those compiled in like a collage or something and nicely framed, I think that would be the trophy that I would want to represent that.
Okay. So collage trophy. All right. So Damian, go ahead and we got to get that ordered then.
Coming right up.
Folks, I told you tonight is going to be a little bit of variety, and we want you to just relax and chill out a little bit, and come on here and say, what are they doing? Or they're not bringing on a guest, or they're not talking about a business process. Yeah, you're going to learn some business processes, but we're going to do it in a fun way. All right. Now I'm a D on a scale, so we always have mandatory fun. All right.
Yay. No.
Okay, boss, it's fun. I mean,
yeah, sure it is. Yeah.
But one of the things I want to do. Want us to do tonight, and we're going to do this in a round robin type of way, and what I want you to do is to share a product or service that you have, and I'm going to ask you a couple of questions around it, and I'm going to start with you, Angela. Since from a social distance standpoint, I think you're closer to me because Damian's box is a little bit farther away and yours is a little bit closer to me. So, right, so. Tell us about one product or service that you used in your business that has helped you grow, and has helped other people grow. Okay,
so I'm gonna pull a Damian on you, and I'm gonna cheat a little.
Okay.
So you said A. Well, not that Damian's a cheater, but he talks.
I'm like, whoa, wrong show.
Hey, Kendra, I hope you're not watching.
Wrong show.
If you'd allowed me to finish, Mr. Johnson, I was going to cheat in the way that I was going to give him more than he asked for in words, because.
Okay. So in other words,
makes
Coach,
it
we
better.
can't let Damian close the show because we're gonna go over our time. a little.
Yeah.
So I thought this was a really good question, but I thought about two things. So it's so interesting, Cedrick, that during the course of this show, you've been talking about DISC, right? Damian said you're a D. Nicole mentioned she has a high C. And I'm high C as well. So for me, one of the things that has really helped me was that awareness. And I didn't really get to know myself until I was in my 40s, right? I knew that there was, some nuances to how I maneuvered, but I didn't understand the why behind them. So for me, this was a game changer. And of course, just like all of you, I'm a DISC certified consultant and things like that. But what I have done since then is, made it a part of everything that I do. Coaching, workshops. Like if you are in a one-to-one coaching relationship with me, you're getting a DISC assessment of some point. We've made it part of our membership program for Emerald. So DISC is something that I think we can all agree is when when individuals have a higher level of awareness about themselves, they're better to lead themselves. And first, we must lead ourselves before we can lead others. But it's also impacted how I operate in my marriage, how I parent, how I deal with my parents. I mean, it has impacted me. So one of the tools or resources that I do, even if people aren't ready for the full-fledged report, I offer them a quick 2-question survey and give them a 1-pager, and they can get that at mydiscreport.com. And so that should be in the comments, but it's the URL is mydisc, DISC, report.com. You answer 2 questions, and there to your email, you can get a 1-pager that just helps you get the quick version, right? It won't give you all 4 letters, but at least it'll help you understand your primary style. And because of that, of course, it often leads to other things because, it's hard to give somebody a little information about themselves. And I think we all love to talk about ourselves and learn about ourselves. Well, everybody except you. And, and you may have heard me say this before, but our viewers keep messaging us and asking us, could you loosen up a little and get a little bit more confidence because you're such a shy guy, right? But that has helped me tremendously. So for anybody out there who's never been exposed to DISC and don't even know the one primary letter, that's a place you can go. And then that second thing, which ties into that helped me even understand the value of having these 1-pagers, the value of having something to introduce people to my body of work was actually doing the One Funnel Away challenge with through ClickFunnels. And so I don't hide it. I'm an affiliate of ClickFunnels. I love ClickFunnels. I use them regularly. And so they're actually starting a One Funnel Away challenge in the next 5 days. I've done it 4 times. Every time I do it, it's a 30-day challenge. Damian has done it with me before. I learned so much, and it really helps me to understand business, but also marketing, websites, funnels, and whether or not you use ClickFunnels, that awareness and that knowledge, I think has helped me tenfold of all the things I've done over the last couple of years. So those 2 links should be in the comments. But if somebody wants to join me in this next challenge, again, it's in 5 days. It's $100. And Russell is going to give them more than $1,000 worth of product and knowledge. But then also we can do it together. And then, of course, if you just want a 1-pager about your own primary behavioral style, again, go to mydiscreport.com.
Awesome. So, so why did that product come to mind for you?
Because so often we are so attached to websites and so attached to, I need these brochures and all that. But guess what happens? We pass them out and we give them to people and we don't ever know what they do with them. But Russell helped me to understand is I want the traffic, right? Everybody loves Facebook and they tell you how many followers they got on Instagram, Facebook, all these other platforms without the awareness that can be shut down tomorrow. Like anybody's account can be gone tomorrow. And we've seen that recently, right? And it's not whether it's justified or not. The truth of the matter is you don't control that traffic. You're borrowing it. And so it's important because it helped me understand the importance of owning my own traffic. So by having just even one little thing, a one pager, like I talked about, that primary disc style, that people can opt in to get, but guess what? It's the law of reciprocity. They give me something, I give them something. And now I have an opportunity to nurture a relationship with them in the future if I choose to and they choose to continue it. So that's why, and I think so many business owners miss this as a key way to grow their business.
Awesome. I like that. Very well articulated and very simple and easy to understand. So I really like that. So the link is in the comments. Click on the links and take some action tonight, folks. So whatever business you're in or whatever industry you're in, if you're just tuning in, click and take some action. That's it. Click and take some action tonight. All right. So Damian.
Yes, sir.
I'm not gonna say like Angela, you cheat and stuff like that. I'm not gonna say that.
I thought she was my best friend.
I am not only your best friend, so your best friends tell you the truth, right?
You just keep digging that hole, deeper and deeper.
So, there's 21 irrefutable laws of leadership. John wrote a 22nd law. And the 22nd law says, Angela, it's the law of the hole. When in one, stop digging.
Hey, I don't feel like I'm in the hole. Sound like he do.
Okay. So, folks, I tell you, we're gonna laugh a little bit tonight. So your stomach muscles may get to work tonight, right? So you don't have to do crunches now.
If only it worked that way.
Tonight.
If only it worked that way.
Like, wow. So the next time my doctor say, "Have you been working out?" I'm gonna say, "No, but I've been laughing."
Exactly. You never heard of the new laugh crunch?
If only it worked that way.
Girl, look, if laughing worked, I'd be like, "What?" Like J-Lo or somebody.
Awesome. So, Damian, tell us about a product or service that you use in your business that's helped you grow, and or maybe you just find that it's a valuable tool to help someone else.
Yeah. So for me, there were two tools that came to mind, and you asked for one, so I'm gonna follow directions. No shade. So Cedrick, here's the thing, right? In business, you have to have a way to be able to connect with your clients, and the faster and the more directly you can connect with your clients is the more likely that you can generate business. So let me ask you a question to begin with. What is the fastest and easiest and most direct way to communicate with you?
Meaning me?
Yeah, you, Cedrick.
Oh, well, the fastest and easiest way is if we're via email.
Okay.
Unless you want to do direct communication, then just give me a call.
Okay. So, all right, let me ask Nicole then. So those are good. But Nicole, what about you? What is the fastest and easiest way for someone to get in touch with you?
I would say phone, text message for me.
Text message. Angela, how about you?
Text message.
That's exactly right. And it's interesting, right? Because so many businesses haven't even began to make that sort of shift. Studies have shown that 97% of people read text messages. And so one of the shifts that I made in my business is that I incorporated a text messaging strategy. So if you notice that most merchants now, you're starting to see them do this. Big companies are doing this, that you're getting text with coupons and stuff like that. So what I did was I enrolled in the software program called Simple Texting, which allows me to go directly to my clients so that way, if I have a promotion that I'm offering, if I'm following up on calls that I've done, or even if when I'm introducing myself to let them know that I'm trying to get in touch with them to schedule an appointment, text message, because you know what? We're all sort of heavily trained to look at our phone when we hear that phone ding. And so I use simple texting. And one of the things I love about it is a couple of things I actually love about it, but one is that it's easy to use. And I'm not afraid of technology, but I'm not an overly tech savvy kind of person. So for me, when I'm using any kind of software or program, it needs to be easy. And so one of the things I loved about simple texting is that it was easy to get set up and to get started right away. You can create campaigns. You can create certain words. So you can say, you know how you get those text messages, text the word offer to 77532. And then when you text the word offer, you get an instant response. So I use campaigns like that with keywords to get my message, get my specials out to my clients so that they can respond. One of the things that I really love about it is that they don't charge you for incoming text messages, because there are other texting platforms out there. I've looked at a few. I found simple texting to be the most economical and the one that is most user friendly. And I have made tens of thousands of dollars using text campaigns as a part of my business process, right? To reach customers, to follow up with them, and to just keep them engaged. Sometimes one of the things I actually love about simple texting is that it doesn't just allow you to text just standard text. You can actually do multimedia. So I can text a link to pictures and to flyers and things like that. And so it's really, really effective tool for me engaging with my customers. And so if you haven't, I would say to all business owners, if you have clients and you're not looking at a way to communicate with them via text message, you don't know if your communication efforts are reaching them. Now, we do advocate that the entrepreneurs all work on building a list so that they have a way to email their clients, but you don't know if they're going to get the email. Email is a crowded space, but I think it's important to have an email campaign. But I think having a text campaign allows you to get that instant gratification, capture their attention, get your message across quickly, and get them to respond, because people respond to text messages. And so for those of you that are listening and you're thinking, that's a good idea, maybe I should try it out, the link for simple texting is in the comments. I am an affiliate, but I'm just telling you what works for me. I have made tens of thousands of dollars incorporating text messaging campaigns into my business model. And for the cost is so minimal compared to the return on the investment. I can't think of a good reason why anyone wouldn't at least test that out. So the link is in the comments. Feel free to check it out and enjoy yourself.
Awesome. So you said it's called simple texting.
Simple texting.
Okay. All right. So, and you have a lot of tools in your toolkit, right? So what made you decide to say this is one over some other tools that you have in your toolkit?
So I think the reason that I said this one is, one, I compared because I'm also a type of guy that I pay attention to my numbers, right? So I looked at which one is going to be easiest to use, also cost effective, and have a variety of features. And so for me, the fact that I don't get charged for incoming messages, so when people respond to me via text, that's not using up any of my credits. The fact that the user interface is easy to use, and that look, when I first checked it out, I was able to get started in literally in minutes and build a campaign. It's that simple. It doesn't require any extensive knowledge of anything. If you can if you know how to type keys on a keypad, you can type a text in and you can get going. And for me, Cedrick, I was a little bit leery when I first tried it out, because I wasn't quite sure if it was going to work or if it was going to be worth the money. But the plans start as low as like $25 for like 500 text messages. So I figured, if I get one customer, it'll more than produce the return on investment. And so for me, I tested it out. I was able to get started quickly. And I love that their customer service is super duper responsive. And so when I did have questions, I could get a response literally on the spot. And it was just easy to use. And so I was able to build campaigns. I use it practically not every day, but I use it every single month in my business, because I'm always trying to find ways to get in front of people so that I can get sales. And so for me, I like the instant gratification of it. I love that I can boom, send a text message out and you're getting 100 responses right back. It's really, really cool tool to use.
Awesome. So folks, you got two tools, or you got three tools, right? mydiscreport.com, and ClickFunnels. You said 5-day challenge?
It's the One Funnel Away challenge, and it's a 30-day challenge.
Okay, One Funnel Away 30-day challenge. Now I was cutting 25 days.
Well, you are a D. You just like get it done. Let's do it. We don't need 30 days for this. Let's just get it done in 5. Come on, Russell, chop.
And then you also got simple texting. See, folks, we're about resources here, helping you find resources that you can utilize in your business. So we're gonna come back to this in just a little bit, but right now we're gonna take not a commercial break, but we're gonna take a break. We have some giveaways tonight. All right. So somebody wants to be like me and they want to retire early. Right. This is my good friend, Chris Hogan. Right. Well, you can't win this book, Angela.
Oh, my bad.
This is for the guests.
You said I was a guest when we first started. What's going on?
A different type of guest. So,
Oh boy.
Chris Hogan is a friend of mine, and Chris actually signed this book. So I want to give this book. We want to give this book out to somebody, right? If you don't know what your retired number is, if you know you want to retire, but you don't know how you're going to do it, you don't have a plan, I want to give this book to you. I'm telling you, it's going to bless your life. You don't have to pay for the book, but I got to. Okay, so I didn't think about what question I was going to ask you to win your book. So I'm going to take the book off the screen now. So now you have to tell me, what is the name of this book? All right. So the first person who puts that in the comments will win that. So you guys who are taking care of that, the ambassadors, can you let us know who is the winner of this book by Chris Hogan? All right. And we'll have that book going. Then we also have this book by a really good friend of mine, Miss Rakisha Pittman. And if you're looking to be an author, you want to write a book. Now, Rakisha is she's like, when she gets in behind the mic, she's dynamite. She's like, boom, she's at it, right? But she can help you write a book. So this book is called Book Publishing Master Plan, the 5 Fast Phases for Profitable Publishing. And so
Cedric,
yeah.
TK was the first person to put the name on the book.
No. I have a copy for her. I appreciate TK is my daughter. It wouldn't be fair. It'd be like it's rigged. He's just handing it over.
She's like, hey, I'm just watching.
She's like, no fair. Sorry, TK.
Sorry, TK. But yeah, somebody else. I have a copy for you, by the way, that's signed as well. He gave me a couple copies, actually. So I'll give that to you. But this book by Rakisha Pittman, The 5 Fast Phases for Profitable Publishing. So, what's a good question to ask someone to win?
Dr. Nick put one in their chat.
Oh, okay. Let me see what that is here.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, what is the Black Entrepreneurs Institute tagline? Should I say the rest of it?
You could. I think you could say the first word. She wants them to fill in the other two.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Elevate what and what?
Dun, dun, dun.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Dun, dun, dun. Everybody's rushing to our page.
And so just so you guys know, we're looking at the comments as they come in on the EL page. So if you're watching on a watch party, we can't see your comments, just so you know.
Yeah, that's true. So make sure that you come over here so we can see your comment and get you so we will wait for that and we'll keep going. We have a couple more books that we're going to give away as well, but we'll keep going. What is the what is the BEI's tagline? Elevate what and what? Just think about it. Okay. All right. And then what is the name of the book by Chris Hogan? Right. So let's get back to the show while we wait to find out who's the winner. So, Dr. Nick.
Yeah.
It's your turn now. All right. So tell us about a product or service that you use in your business that has helped you grow or help someone else grow.
Well, I'm thinking about the main thing that I use now, and I got visuals, show and tell, is the journal, Adulting in My Purpose. This was created out of my own transformation. I would say I was at a point where I was working a job and, I was doing well, but I knew that there was more to my life. I wanted to be more, I wanted to do more and have more, but just didn't know how to get there. So I had to understand what personal growth was, and I didn't really understand it at that time. So when I got my mentor, I got a coach to kind of help me with that process. I went through a period, like a self-discovery period, and it was really intense. I'm a journaler by nature, so I write a lot of things down. So through that whole process, I was writing, just kind of like some of the questions that I had, the activities that I had to do, and to things that I had to do to kind of help me understand who I was and what my strengths were, what my weaknesses were, and what really was my passion, and all of these things that kind of came to a point to say, I'm not doing what I'm called and birthed to do. And that was like my aha moment. So once I kind of figured that out, I put that all together in this journal. And so this is like my life between 2 pages for about 2 years. And I created this journal. And what I said that, if I knew how to do what I did when I did in my late 30s, when I was a teenager, life would be totally different. Nobody taught me about personal growth. Nobody taught me about learning how to grow myself or what that even meant. So my mission was like, I need to get this to as many young people as I can. So I created the Adulting in My Purpose journal. So I use it as a tool to grow myself, but then also to help other young people grow. So I've been taking like small groups of millennials through this process and just watching their transformation. And it has been amazing so far. So we're continuing to have the course and just as many young people as I can impact and help with their transformation and their discovery of who they are and what their passion and purpose is, and helping them kind of put that all together in a process, in a plan to get to their goals. That's what the journal does, and that is the mission of what I do.
All right, and the journal you said is targeted to what age, which group?
The journal is targeted to millennials because that's just my heart and passion. But it's funny that other people, adults, have gotten it, younger kids have gotten it, but it is targeted for millennials. But anybody can actually use it and read it and benefit from it as well. So, but millennials are the target.
Okay, awesome. And how can they order this journal?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. So the journal is available on Amazon, and the link is in the chat. You can get it. It's amazing. It's amazing to see that, the life that you go through is just not for you. And, as a woman of faith, the word says that people are overcome by the power of your testimony. And it's amazing just having my book, having my life and process in writing, and just being able to impact and help other people. It's just been amazing. So we've taken people in the United States, and the book has already reached international waters to help millennials in Kenya. We're taking groups of millennials and Kenyan youth through the process, through the book, doing small groups. So it's just an amazing transformational process. So yes, available on Amazon, and the link is in the chat as well.
Well, that is awesome. 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 So you've gotten a lot of tools. My disc report. I must say it's the 30-day challenge.
One funnel away.
Yeah, one funnel away is a 30-day challenge. I got to write it down because I wrote ClickFunnels at first. One funnel away. All right. All right. I'm 53, folks. You got to forgive me. All right. If I was 52, I would be better. So my disc report, one funnel away, the 30-day challenge, simple texting and adulting in my purpose, right? All very good tools, folks. So we want to be a resource for you, and we want to help you elevate your, I can't even say it right.
I'm about to say, don't say it.
I got this. I'm like, man, he's slipping. Awesome. So I'm going to ask myself this question. All right. It's going to be the first time an interviewer has interviewed himself. So, Cedrick.
Well, you really doing them crunches, ain't you, tonight? Yeah.
Exactly. So now I'm going to talk to you about a product that I like. It's really more of a service for you folks. And if you're in a leadership development space, if you're in a speaker, a trainer, a coach, you talk to audiences, you help people transform, then this is going to be for you, folks. Are you a person that's struggling with trying to understand how to share your stories in your business and in your presentations and your training sessions? Are you one of those people that says, I never have a good story for this situation or that situation, right? Would you benefit from having access to a database of stories? Do you want to connect with your audience in a better way? And if the answer to those things are yes, then we have a solution for you. And it's called My Story Bank. Les Brown says, stories can be used to take a person on a journey within themselves where they can never go by themselves. That's what stories do. It transforms things. It makes people relate to what you're talking about, right? And My Story Bank is a database of over 150 stories in 35 different categories, right? So let's say you're speaking to someone about accountability. We have stories for that. What about blind spots? What about character? What about fear? What about, hey, I just need some openers, all right? We have categories for it. You're talking to someone about limiting beliefs, making adjustment, mindset shifts, momentum, motivation. All of those things come up in your training, right? All of those things come up in a presentation. What about if you're doing a keynote, right? You want to talk about resilience? Well, we have stories to help you with those. So you want to help people talk about perspective, passion, religion, self-confidence, teachability, teamwork, traditions, culture, all of those things we have stories for. And My Story Bank is a database that you can have access to. There was this husband that was on his deathbed, and his wife he told his wife that he had $50,000 that he had saved, and he wanted to be buried with his money. See, he didn't want anybody else to spend his money once he was gone. He wanted to take it with him, right? So his wife said, "Sure, baby, that's not a problem. I'm going to do that." Well, a few days later, guess what? He died. Well, when he died, right before they closed the casket at his funeral, his wife walked over to the casket and she had a little wooden box, and she put that box into the casket. And our friend asked, you didn't put $50,000 in that casket, did you? And she replied, yes. I'm a Christian woman, and I told my husband that's what I was going to do. That's my commitment. And her friend looked at her and like, are you crazy? And the wife looked back and says, no, I buried him with his money. I wrote a check. So, folks, see, that's a story you can use in different situations. I've used that story a lot of different times. So I just want to share with you folks that My Story Bank is a database that's very useful for you. It's going to help you transform your presentation, your training sessions, your audiences. If you're not using stories, let me tell you one reason why you should. When I first started speaking, training, and coaching, I heard someone say, "Hey, you should be using stories," and they gave an example of John Maxwell's presentation, where 88% of his presentation was stories, and just a little bit was about the technical information. And I said, "Oh, that's nice, but I'm not going to do that." Then one day I said, "Let me try this," and I put stories in a training session. At the end of that training session, here's what happened. 3 people came up to me and said, "This has been the best session." And all I did was transform and put stories in here. And what did I say after that? Stories for everybody.
You get a story. You get a. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
Yeah, that's right. You get a story. You're absolutely right. And that's what my story bank is going to be for you. It's an online database available to you 24/7. All you have to do is click and sign up. Click and sign up. It's just that easy. And then you have access to it. And the link is down below. Awesome. So you guys ready to give away another couple of prizes?
Cedrick, they not ready.
They're not ready to elevate they what and what. Not ready.
We'll hold on to these. We want to make sure that they're ready when they get these things. So here's what we're going to do. So founders, I need you to run off to your bathrooms and grab some toilet paper. Grab how much you think you need.
Okay.
Like right now, go ahead.
Like, I really think he wants us to do this, guys.
Yeah, I really want you to do this. I'm going to do it too. We'll be right back, folks. Okay, so I'm back. Angela, you never left.
Oh boy.
All right, Cedrick. All right.
All right. So now what I want you to do, see, folks, we're going to help you understand how to add value to your customers just with this exercise. So now what I want you to do, how many squares do you get, Damian?
I got the, oh, and you want me to rip some squares off? Okay. I just got just said grab the, all right.
Yeah, I said how much you need.
Oh, let's see what this is. One.
He took the whole row.
Oh,
we don't have that much time
here
left.
forever.
So I got 4.
You got 4. All right. All right. Angela, what about you?
4.
So you got 4 as well. And Nicole?
Yeah, 4 as well.
Okay, all right. Well, I have 4 as well. I like everything on even numbers, so that's why I have 4. So never mind. You know, that's different. But anyway, what I want you to do is for the 4 squares that you have, I want you to say something that you're grateful for in your business. Okay, and while you think about this, I'll go. So one, I'm grateful, that I have a business, right? First thing. The next thing is I'm grateful that my clients trust me. 3, I'm grateful that I'm able to help serve and build other leaders. And then the last thing that I'm grateful for is, excuse me, I'm grateful that my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ continues to bless me in my life. So who wants to go next?
Okay, I'll go real quick. So I am grateful for expansion, because I'm in a season in my life right now where doors are opening and opportunities are coming as a result of the growth of my business. I'm grateful that I get to do business with my wife. She's my business partner. And so I have the most beautiful business partner in the world. And she's given me 3 beautiful children. I am grateful for the challenges in my business that have caused me to stretch and to pivot. And then I'm grateful that that I'm still in business, that I'm still standing. So that's what I would say.
Awesome. Awesome.
Okay, I'll go. So I am grateful for collaboration. That's something that I brought to my business last year, and it's been a blessing. And of course, you all are one of those collaborations. I'm also grateful for my husband because 4 years ago, when I came home and said, "Hey, guess what? I want to quit my, 6-figure job and do my own thing," he was like, "All right."
You gave you that side eye.
Yeah, I got the side eye, but he has been more than supportive through the journey. I am also grateful for the people who trust me with their growth because they don't have to. And really, that has really helped my business grow because as much as we do some of these other things that we do, my greatest resource for new business is actually the referrals that I get from satisfied clients. And then I'm grateful for the opportunity to actually be self-employed and still in business. We all are driven to entrepreneurship for different reasons, but one of those for me was the freedom and flow of time and money. And over this past year, there have been a lot of personal situations that have caused me to need to be able to operate in my business while remote, even before COVID was the thing. And so being a self-employed person has afforded me that, and my business doesn't skip a beat. So I'm very grateful for that.
Awesome.
Guess it's my turn. Well, I am first grateful. I guess I'm the newbie of the entrepreneur journey. I just celebrated 4 years, and on the 13th. So I am grateful that I'm still standing. Most statistically, businesses fail within 3 years, and God has provided and has sustained me to still be here. So I'm grateful for that. I am grateful for the growth that has occurred in me, just as a person, that this experience and this journey has stretched me beyond measures, like truly getting me out of my comfort zone, up leveling my thinking, and just totally just that rubber band just stretching me in all areas of my life. And even though it's challenging, it's hard. It's because it's hard when you get stretched. It's hard when you move outside your comfort zone. But the reward is grateful. So I'm grateful for that because I'm becoming a better person. I'm becoming the person I know that I've been called to be. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the young people that I have to interact with and empower and influence. I mean, it's fun. This is, when you're doing your purpose and living your purpose and operating in your passion, it's fun. So I'm grateful for just having fun, being in a position in my life where, I'm in my sweet spot. And I'm loving life, and I'm grateful just for this season. And lastly, I am grateful just for the continual journey that God has me on.
Well, that is awesome. Thank you guys for doing that and for playing along with us tonight. Angela, you want to take us out?
Sure. So guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. One of the things that I would encourage everybody is to find something that you love to do, as Dr. Nick just mentioned, and then figure out a way to do it. We love helping people. We love elevating. I'm just going to tell it, mindset and money, because y'all missed it. And we actually love working with each other. Whenever you work with other, strong-minded, powerful leaders, it's a balancing act, and it's harmony in the relationships. And I think you got to see another side of us tonight as we have fun and we enjoy each other while we're helping people, while we're making money, while we're growing businesses. So come back next week. There'll be another great show. You may not get as many crunches with your laughter next week, but I guarantee you it'll be a great show. We also want to remind everybody who follows the EL community, again, you can stay tuned at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time for the candle lighting. The replay for this show will be on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then last but not least, we are in the midst of week 3 of our third business boot camp for minority business owners. I couldn't get it out. And to just, every boot camp brings with it a different group of people, but we love them all. So if you missed out on this one and you'd like to be a part of boot camp number 4, which will be starting in April, you can now begin that process. So go to our website, enroll, tell a friend, talk to somebody who's in the boot camp, and let them share it. So thank you, everybody, and we will see you next week.
Awesome.